Hey foodie fans, it's me, Chef D, bringing you some simply delicious recipes. Now ideally this was supposed to be a post about an apple pie that I made to share with friends for our Friendsmas get together. All is not lost. This can still be a tutorial on making your own pie crust. The ratio we've always been told to use is 3 parts flour, 2 parts fat, and 1 part liquid. In plain English, that means if you have 3 cups of flour, you'll need 2 cups of butter or whatever fat you like, and 1 cup of liquid, whether that be water, milk, orange juice, whatever the case may be. Also, here's a quick kitchen tip. Your grater generally has a sharp end for slicing cheese. This tool can double as a pastry knife. You want to do your best to limit the use of your hand while you're making the crust. Reason being, you don't want the fat to melt. You want it to remain solid so it can create that crispy crust we all look forward to. You want to work the butter into the flour until it resembles almost like sand, not necessarily as fine. Instead of cutting your fat into cubes, you can also grate cold butter as well. After adding your liquid and forming your dough, you want to let that crust rest for at least 30 minutes in the refrigerator. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, I was in a hurry, so I did allow the crust to rest, but it could have used a little bit more time. I took the container that I was utilizing for the apple pie and pressed it into the crust to make an indentation, and then cut out the shape for the bottom part of the crust. Then I proceeded to roll out the other half to make the crust for the top. I part-baked the bottom, and while this was happening, I seasoned my apples with sugar, cinnamon, brown sugar, and coated with cornstarch. I allowed the bottom crust to sit in a 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Now what you should do is allow that bottom crust to cool before adding your filling and your top crust. But because I was pressed for time, okay, Sarah. So here are our Granny Smith apples. I'm adding a touch of cornstarch. That's to help keep the apples from making the bottom crust too soggy. Here I poked a few holes into the bottom crust. You can also blind bake with beans for a structured bottom crust. Now I wanted to do the lattice top for the apple pie, but again, time was limited. So the traditional top crust with a few holes pressed into the top to allow air to seep out. Bake in the oven for another 25 to 35 minutes. I'll make another one so you can see the complete process. Simply delicious.